Brrr. Hello. Hello, sister. Hello, everyone.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be.
Number
Oh, we are
three,
here.
episode three.
Such a powerful number.
Hmm.
Mm,
We were
mm.
just chatting on the power of being present. And as we've been sharing, we're just really in a place of being intuitive and allowing that truth to roll through us. And so we'll see what comes up today. I think I'll share what's present for me is my neck situation, which I know you know because you have some chronic back stuff. And yeah, my neck, y'all, is popping off, not in a good way. like, ooh. So I'm really
Not in a
having to
good way.
redirect my entire routine, how I show up, like what I do for myself. It's been an interesting couple weeks. So that's my present like check-in. You do check-ins?
Listen, this body right here,
Ugh.
she is talking, she is talking, she is talking. I'm very much aware this morning of aging, very much aware.
Oh,
Like this morning,
our
I
birthdays are
was
coming up.
I
Let me
know,
tell
I
you,
know,
this is
I know.
why.
There's a lot that comes
Same.
into it.
It
But it's like,
really does.
wait a minute. When all of the older people in my life, when I was much younger, like, wait till you get 40, wait till you get 50, wait till you get 60. And I was like, yeah, okay, that's because you don't take care of yourself, or you don't work out, or you don't dance, or you don't do yoga or Pilates. Like, that's happening to you because,
But like it won't
and
be me.
it won't be me.
Ain't no way.
I'm healthy. I eat well. I eat organic and vegan, and I do yoga. I dance. Like, and it's me. Like, I am getting up. Like today, I have no idea what in the world is going on with my right forearm. I just know there's pain. I went to like roll over. I did my stretching and stuff, and it's like, all right, let me get out of the bed. I went to like, it's just my own body weight. It's a lot right now. A lot for my frame right now just to, push to raise up to get out
Mm,
of the bed. And the forearm was like, nah,
not today.
you're going to find another way to get out of the bed. I was like, oh, okay. And I went, like, I could pick up little stuff like this, but I'm aware, like, it's not comfortable. Picking up a card,
And
like, it's not
yeah,
comfortable. What in the world? And
bodies.
intuitively, I'm really aware that my body is telling me to slow down, tend to her a lot more purposefully. Like, don't do my workout just to say I did my workout. Like, do it for a reason, which means I get to switch it if I can't do what I was going to do. Um, and yeah, is it a function of age? I'm like, oh yeah, yeah,
I
that
really,
too.
you're bringing this up because I will have like a ritual that I do. I've been doing for years now around specifically when it's about 30 days out, like before my birthday, 28 days before my
Mm-hmm.
birthday. So my birthday is coming up. And first off, it's the number that I've never been aligned to this whole numbers thing as like relating to our age, because I'm about to turn 39. And as I
Mm-hmm.
say it, I'm like, ooh, huh, okay. Another decade is going to roll. This is also why I love us and our friendship because of the age difference.
Right.
I'm doing
But you know, I
quotation
want to
marks
be
in the air.
the old lady saying, wait till you get 40,
I
wait
know,
till you get 50, wait till you get 60.
but this is why I love you. You're not going to say that.
I'm
So
not going to say that.
I think the
Actually, I am
same.
going to say it, but not in the same way. Like, oh my
No.
gosh, just wait. The
Yeah.
best is in front of you. Oh my gosh.
Mm. My body's saying the same thing though, is I think for me, I played basketball in college. I have consistently since a very young age. And if y'all can relate, if you're an athlete out there or used to identify as an athlete, you can comment below. I'm going to give you some high fives. But like, I think that's where I'm at with my body is like, I've been lifting such weights and putting such pressure on my joints and my muscles, constant like contraction, expansion, because that's what weightlifting is. I think she's like, nah. So my neck is flared. And now I literally cannot do anything. And our
Right.
bodies are just so wise.
Oh,
So,
so wise. Yeah, I was not
which
an
we've been
athlete,
playing in a lot.
so I
You're the
don't
best
have that.
about, well, this is again why I love us, because we are separate, the separate viewpoints of the, but
Yeah.
I love that we've really like, um, where's your sisters in your corner? Because I'm so grateful you're in my corner, because anytime this comes
Oof.
in, we will play with each other. And you're like, literally just before we hopped on, you're like, I was really tuning in. And it's our bodies. And if we have that community, our higher selves are going to play to support those that we're praying for, that we're holding. And so, I mean,
Absolutely.
I just love you
Absolutely.
for holding me.
Thank you. I really appreciate that and I receive that. And I really appreciate like it's I don't want to I don't want the word to come across how everybody just use it. So they just use this word like whatever. But the vulnerability of us, I really love what we've created together, where there is like complete vulnerability. I know I can share anything from my wildest thoughts and dreams and nightmares to the most mundane things. Um, that shouldn't be rare. Like it shouldn't
Mm,
be rare. And yet it is. And it's, I think, because we've cultivated this level of vulnerability and deep trust that it's easy for me to tune in. Like, I could just think of you and automatically feel and sense your energy. I don't know what you're doing in your day at that moment, but I'm very present and aware, like, ooh, something's going on with Jill. So I'll pop in the Voxer and say something, or ooh,
yeah.
something's going on with me. I'm going to talk to Jill about it later. And bam, there you are, popping into text or popping into Voxer, saying something to me that I need right in that moment. That's that isn't about the age number. Like that
Mm-mm.
is about like the wisdom of your lived experience, the wisdom of your intuition, the wisdom of your willingness to be that open with another person and having sisters in your corner. And for me, I was not that girl.
Well, I
No, I
think,
don't do that.
yeah, same. I would like for like, here's what I see in our relationship is how you use the word cultivate. It's like how we cultivated this because, you know, I'm not going to say it was easy. There are times I would go in when we had first done this friendship of like, I'm going to share something. And I'm really like, oh,
Right, right.
but like I can sweat right now because I'm thinking of those times. Like, I really need to share this because this is what's coming up. And it would be like, I mean, I don't think I've used the word annoyed, but like I would compare myself. I know that we've had comparison things and like we just call it forward. Like I'm like,
Yeah,
yo, who am I? And I would be like, oh, but Stacey, you were like chief, like you were in the C-suite and da da da. And we're like, but like that, I think willingness from both of us to be like, this is what was coming up when you were sharing this, or this is what when we were in this, we just share, or it's not even anything to do with
absolutely.
us. It could be,
Right.
um, I mean, generational stuff. We bring up like we really went there on lots of
Yeah.
things.
We connect on it all. And when we're in that place, one of the things I love that I hope our listeners start to cultivate in their lives, if they don't already have it, is the ability to like dispel myths and the stories that come
That's
with the thoughts
huge.
that come up
Mhm.
of comparison or this. Because I would hear you say, "Oh my gosh, say like you're in the C-suite." I was like, "No, don't let the title fool you. It was just a title. And no, I wasn't in the C-suite. The work I did wasn't valued enough at the corporate America level back then to be elevated to the C-suite.
Mhm.
Post George Floyd, all the time, you see these people who are now doing this work. And they may be in the C-suite, or they may be at the highest levels in the organization, which I cheer on. That's great. But that was not my experience. I was there before the Great Awakening that this work is important, right? So had you never shared that, when would it have come up to dispel that myth and go, no, that wasn't it? Was I at a high level? Yes, very high, but not in the C-suite. It's just interesting how we get to be mythbusters when we tell truth, like
Yeah.
when we really speak truth to each other and out into the world. It's like, oh, here's the truth I'm coming with. Oh, but it's not based in facts. So what's the story I'm telling myself about that? And how do we stay connected through unraveling the story? Because the story is like, it's old.
Yeah.
We carry these old stories, and we're coming into friendships and connections and partnerships with all these old stories. Like, you know what, Jill, what's the story we want to tell about our connection, about our sisterhood, about our friendship? Because we get to create it. So let me tune in and feel you out and not be easily, you know, self-imposed pressure is what I'll say. Not be easily prone to the self-imposed pressure to be a certain way with you. Because at that time
Yeah.
it's like, oh, it's new. It's new. And so I'm not putting my best
Well,
foot forward.
like,
I'm putting whatever foot forward is present today. Here you go.
and I remember one of our very first like interviews or whatever we did together. And we just, I mean, we went there, because
Good.
because the, culturally, we have immense, you could say, differences. And I think it's been really beautiful how we just in the moment, if we're feeling something like this is what is coming in, like, I don't remember what this was about, something like country. And you were like, oh, this resonates with me. Or it was rodeos. Remember? Because I got so many
Oh,
rodeos down
yes.
here. And,
Yes. 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 Yes.
and I'm like, these
Yeah.
people be going to the rodeos, which I
Yeah.
used to go
Yeah.
to as a kid.
Yeah.
But it's the whole scope, I think, is what like we've really just been like, well, that brings this up, or this is how it was for me as a kid. And in our ability to just be that way, I've found we have a lot of similarities and like
Yeah.
raised just in the way of like, you know, hard work. I mean, just like the everyday kind of, it was that generation of this how you build up, even though we have quite a gap in our
Yeah.
age. It fascinates me. It fascinates me.
I'm always so fascinated by us. Like I look at our relationship almost as a third person. I'm like, who are these two chicks and why are they even connected?
It's really
Like, what
funny.
is this? But it's
Funny.
so good because there are so many differences. And it's not that kind of place where I used to hear a whole lot in the work that I was doing in what is now called DEI. It's like, well, couldn't we just focus on how we're similar? Because that's what those are the ties that bind us.
Well, that's
Agreed.
easy.
Those are the
Sure.
ties that bind us. And
Sure.
I need you to see the differences without letting them be barriers. And I think that's what we've done. Like I see the differences. I'm very aware of the differences of ethnicity, of generation, of all kinds of things, right? And those are not barriers. Like I need you to, I love that you're not how people, I don't see color. Damn it, yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Well, the
Stop
shirt
playing.
is brown. You're
Stop
wearing a
playing.
black
You know you see
cardigan.
color. Like,
I just,
stop. Stop.
it's,
You know you do. I love how my husband,
but that's the
we have these
bullshit. Do you know what
discussions
I'm
and he says
saying?
that. He calls bullshit on that because he'll say, my husband is, imagine Brooklyn, New York, outspoken, right? He used to be the man who would say when people, oh, I don't see color. He would call bullshit on that and immediately like, I bet you would notice I'm a black man if I'm standing behind you at the ATM line. You would notice then. You would know there's a black man standing behind you. You notice it when you cross the street when you see me coming. So don't tell me you don't see color. And I'm like, yes, lived experience. I want you to see color. I need you to know that I am a black woman. It makes me who I am.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to know that I'm going to be 53 this year. It is a big part of who I am and my identity, right? These are things I was born into in the flesh that have colored, no pun intended, colored and really textured my life experiences. And so I'm bringing all of that to the table, as are you. Like, I
Same.
need you to
Yeah.
see all the differences and not be afraid to call out when the differences may come between us. Like, oh, I don't want this to be a barrier. So let's speak it. That made me feel uncomfortable. Or did you know when you say that, this is what comes up for me or for someone like me potentially? Or yeah, whatever it is. I love that we can do that. And you layer on all of the business things. Like, we both have these long corporate successful careers, but we both are in a whole new space. Like, what's this
Mhm.
identity of solopreneur? Who is she?
Yeah.
What? So it is very layered. It is very dynamic. And I think what's coming up for me now is that we get to, hopefully, and our audience can too, we get to start looking at our relationships with a very prismatic view and not, oh, that's who I see you to be. Let me put you in this box. Oh, you busted out of that box. Let me put you in that box. Oh, you busted out of that. No, no, no.
You know, a really good energy that's coming in to be supportive of this is, which I played with for a while, but like crow or any bird, eagle. Eagle's good,
Mm,
but like that
mhm,
top level high
mhm.
view, you are flying up. The ability to take yourself out of whatever this one-on-one relationship is, go
Yeah.
upward and just give yourself that bird's eye view. And like I'm really just hearing the ability, if you can go there, to trust again back to your body, because those are the times I've known to come to you with like, yo, I was just really aware. I was feeling some like serious ancestor stuff when this was going on. I don't want to, I want
Mhm.
you to know if this is affecting, you know what I mean? Like it's that trust.
Absolutely.
I get that ping in my body, something feels off, and you've done the same. Like, hey, I want you to know. So it's like, I think that's how you get to weave. It's everything. Like you do it in your marriage. I'm doing it in my partnership with my man.
Mhm,
And it's like,
mhm.
I think that's the place if we can lean in more of like
Yeah.
the body listening. This
Yeah.
isn't good. Well, how do I put words into it to share it? And sometimes the prettiest. Sometimes
And thankfully so.
it's amen.
Thankfully
Amen.
so. I love that you're
Mm,
bringing up the just this beautiful power of the body. Like, our body was with us when we first got here. Our body's going to be the only thing we're taking away. Like, that's it. Like, our first breath was in this body. Our last breath will be in this body. And she's always there for us. I know this is a whole other episode. It could be a whole other season. I don't know, but it's a whole other episode. But there were many times where I felt like my body betrayed me.
mm.
And so there was this tension, this like, why won't you just? Why can't you just? Why wouldn't you just? Or why did you do this to me? Why did, like, having these conversations? And she's like, Stacey, I'm just being. I'm just being. And you're
Mm.
looking for fault and blame for things that didn't go the way that you wanted or expected or desired. And I'm just being. Can you just be with me? And I'm
I
going,
think it's that like
oh,
brain
okay,
body disconnect.
okay.
It's
It's
that
a
brain
big,
body.
big, big
Mm.
disconnect. And I'm being in corporate, I was very heady. Like, I'm not living in my body. I thought I was. But in retrospect, no, I really was not living in my body. And I had those moments where I was living in my body when I was singing in the studio or when I would be in a dance studio doing choreography, like fully embodied.
Mm.
And I know that's when other people would see, like, oh, there's that priestess. Oh, there's that queen. Oh, there's that. So that corporate, I'm a corp bot. Like, I'm here, do what you hired me to do. This is very transactional. I show up and perform a service and you pay me. Like, that's what this is. And if I create beautiful relationships along the way, great. if I'm able to create this amazing lifestyle, great. That's just gravy. But
Mm.
that's not why I'm
Yeah,
here.
I think we can roll that into the next episode because that's just like, it's so interesting when you were saying, because, I didn't dance. I think I danced for like a minute and then it was like sports, and you were speaking, and I'm just reflecting this for anyone out there that also played sports, but there are moments in games when you are so in flow. I mean, I hit like, I can't tell you how many threes, and it was just like,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
had
yeah.
never until this moment put them together of like, that was my, I don't know if she's priestess, but that was a very higher octave energy that was taking
Absolutely.
over my body and utilizing, like, here's the thing, utilizing the gifts that God has given me. It's
Boom,
like,
boom. That's
mm,
it. It's that complete integration of all of who you are coming through in that moment. And for me, I know now, like those moments were my highest versions of myself across space, across time, across dimensions, all coming in. Shoo, here we are. And it is
mm,
like that complete flow. And it was like in a moment like that where I know my brain recognized, oh,
get out the
I'm not in
way.
control.
Move,
Oh,
get out the way. Get out
she
the
was
way.
like, wait a minute, but I run things. It's like, nah, no, you don't.
Not
Actually,
today.
the wisdom comes from my intuition. The wisdom comes from my spirit, my soul. The wisdom is coming from my body. My body knows how, in your case, to shoot this free throw. She already knows how. My brain just then says, oh, well, let's make the wrist do this. Let's make the fingers do this. Let's make this.
Yeah.
So it was in those
And
moments
those are your
where I
gifts. It's the
realized it. Yeah,
amplifying of gifts. Oof.
yeah, yeah.
Well, I think this is good
Wow.
juice for episode 4.
I know.
I
I
would,
know.
I would, I would love to hear everyone, if you want to comment, like, when in your life can you resonate with you were just in such flow with like gifts that are yours and unique to you.
Yeah.
Let us know.
Yeah. Yeah. And like, I don't want to do a scale, but like, if that hasn't been your lived experience lately, like when will you choose to allow yourself to be so fully, wholly integrated and embodied that you are in that state of flow all the time, or at least more often? Like, when will you choose? Because I know for me, it was a choosing. Like, I'm choosing to let my brain take a break
I'm
because I
saying,
see
listen,
what's happening
tune into
and I'm
episode 4
surrendering.
because we can go there. Because this one, I feel like we were really into relational. So, let us know what relationships get to get a little more attention. And
And especially the relationship with your body.
that's it. That's the big
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. Relationship with self. Because I know we started talking about the physical body and things that are happening, the pain, the stiffness, and we always know there's more. We always know there's more. So full circle back to the body. Yeah, what's resonating? What's really percolating where you're like, oh, I really wish they would talk about this. Because chances are it's an
Let
intuitive
us,
hit that's coming
let us
anyway.
know.
But it would be great to know how aligned you are.
Mm.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Take a nice deep breath in, y'all. We're
Ah.
grateful to bring a little bit of still to your day.
I was just
Until
looking
next
at the
time.
message for today. It says, do something creative today. In your stillness, do something creative.
Mm.
Mm, mm, mm.
We'll see you
Be
next
still.
time.
Mwah.
Bye.